Hi guys, this is Dustin Thigpen, and we are ready to get started with setting up your blog. So the first thing that I wanted to go over was just some basic stuff about domain names. A lot of people ask what actually is a domain name. They don't actually understand the term. So we're just going to go over some real basics and explain what it is, how it works, how you pay for it, and that kind of stuff. So first of all, like I said, a lot of people ask, what is a domain name? So a domain name is just your website name. That's all it is. So my domain name is mrtooblessedtobestressed.com. Domains can also be a .net, a .biz, a .org. Obviously, a .com is like a commercial website. You can choose whatever you want, but they're meant to be commercial websites. A .net, .biz is obviously a business website. .org is an organization, usually like a nonprofit or something like that. So you can choose whatever you want to. So whenever you go down to the video below this and you watch me go through GoDaddy, you'll actually see me choose a domain name that I want and pick it out of the, I could pick a .com or .net. It gives you those options. And also there's weird ones too, like .info. And so there's a lot of ones that are not familiar to people. So you want to choose something that looks good. So .coms are always a good place to go, and you can still get them pretty cheap. So so we'll move on real quick. And so basically, when you go down below and you watch me actually go to GoDaddy, when you watch me go to GoDaddy and you watch me pick out my name, you'll see that there's a lot of options as far as, like I said, extensions and stuff. So you can actually get like a .me. So if you want to be like creative about your name, you can actually, do something like, you could do workwith.me.com or something like that. I'm sure that's already taken, but you want to brainstorm a little bit to kind of figure it out what you want. So, but we'll get to that in a second. So domain names, how much they cost? About $10 a year is about the average. You can get special deals on the first year, and I'm going to show you how to get a domain name for anywhere from 99 cents to $2 to $3 for the first year, and then after that's about $10 a year. It does automatically renew, so that's good, so that you don't lose any traffic coming to your website from it going down. You're gonna make sure that GoDaddy actually automatically renews your stuff. If you don't want to automatically renew, you have to actually go into your account and turn off auto renewal. But you don't want to do that unless for some reason you don't want that website anymore. So also when you buy, you can choose whether you want to buy it for 1 year or 2 or 3 years at a time. Sometimes you get a discount, but most of the time you don't. So I recommend, unless you absolutely want to keep that name, I recommend doing it for a year, and then just let it auto renewal. And if for some reason you don't want it after a while, just turn your auto renewal off, because it's pretty cheap even for $10 a year. So where do you get a domain name? Like I said, I use GoDaddy. When you go through the process, or when you see me go through the process below of going through and buying a domain, you will see a option after I click buy that goes to it tries to upsell me to a privacy service. So what that is whenever you buy a domain, you automatically get your name and address listed on a website for public viewing, so that if somebody wants to know who owns this website, they can go to this whois.com or whatever it is, and they can find out, okay, Dustin Thigpen owns Mr. Too Blessed to Be Stressed. And then it'll show you my address and all that stuff. So some people might not want their address and information out there. So what you can do is you can register for a privacy service, and it's called a domain by proxy, which means they are the proxy address for you and information for you. So they list their information instead of you listing your information. So it's kind of convenient, but they charge you an extra, I think it's anywhere from $6 to $10 for that year. So if you're getting a 99-cent domain and then you pay $6 or $7 for privacy, it's not really worth it anymore. So what I recommend that you do, if you don't care about your address name, just go ahead and just deny the privacy domain by proxy and just get the 99-cent domain, and you'll be good. You only pay $1.07 or whatever. But if you do worry about it, but you don't want to pay that fee, there's another option that most people don't know about, and it's called virtualpostmail.com. And so if you go to virtualpostmail.com, you'll have the ability to sign up for an address where mail can go to for you. So what happens is you pay $5 for the first month, and then I think it's $10 after that. But that's basically an address you can use forever. So it's a business address. Mail can be sent there. They can open it for you and scan it in for you on the computer. It's a really cool service that you can use. So not only can you use it for GoDaddy, you can use that address instead of yours, so you don't have to worry about paying for the privacy. But also, when you get farther down below and you set up your Aweber, you can also use that address there so that your address isn't on your emails. It's this address instead. So it kind of protects your privacy. So if you're worried about that sort of thing, it's a cool service. I use it. I've used it for probably like a year now. It's never failed me. So it's a good service. And it's virtualpostmail.com. So how do I pick a domain name? We kind of talked about this a second ago, but I recommend that you pick something for long-term use. I obviously chose Mr. Too Blessed to be stressed as a brand name for myself, to brand me and to kind of associate something with myself. So obviously I am, blessed. I feel blessed, and I'm a pretty laid back guy, so I'm not stressed. So I picked Mr. Too Blessed to be stressed. And plus I have a hat that says it, so that made it cool. But yeah, so I chose that name. I chose that brand. If you don't have a brand that you want to use, just use your name. I also own DustinThickpen.com. And the good thing about using your name is it's very unlikely that somebody else will have that domain already, bought. So obviously, if you try to buy a domain that somebody already bought, then you can't buy it. So your name is usually unique to you, and it's easy to buy and cheap usually. If you want to buy a domain or for a micro niche site, which basically means you're gonna try to target a certain group of people to sell to, like maybe people who play golf. You might try to choose a domain name that centers around golf. Like I don't know, Tiger Woods golf stuff. Actually you don't want to put Tiger Woods' name in there, but you could say something about golf in the domain name. It would help you when you're trying to rank in Google. However, ever since that Google started updating their algorithms and really changing things up, it's been harder for people to rank with exact match domain names, and so you don't see it as often. So what I recommend that you do is brainstorm just by looking at what you want to do, like what you want to represent. Brainstorm like a brand name or just a name in your industry. So if you do golf, it's fine to have golf in your name, but don't think that you're going to rank for something with golf in the name just because you have it in your website domain name. So just wanted to throw that out there. It doesn't work as well as it used to, but you still can rank your blog post in Google fairly easily if you're doing it the right way and you're following the steps that we're going to cover in the next lesson. So just want to throw that out there. Like I said, if you check out GoDaddy really quick, I'll show you this. So apparently I still have gardening stools up because I was goofing around earlier. So obviously they have a special offer right now for $2.95 domains. You can actually click the link below the other video down here. It'll say Get GoDaddy, and it'll bring you to this site where you can get $2.95 special offer. So that's pretty cool for the first year. So you just type in your domain here, and you'll be able to search, and you can just type in whatever you want, and type search, and it'll let you know what your options are. If it's something that's taken, see, like this one's not available. Obviously, whatever.com is a very short domain, not very unique. So, whatever.asia is available, whatever.net or whateverhappens.net. So it gives you some options, and it's kind of fun to play around and see what's available. So, it's not really a big deal. You just want something that you like, and you want, something that you can stick with, and that you have no problem promoting and, sticking with for, a few years. So that's it, guys. There's nothing really else to cover here. This is pretty much really basic stuff. In the video below, we're going to go through and buy a domain that I want. And, the next few videos, we're going to go through and set up the blog on there. So that's it for now. Go ahead and watch the video below, and I will see you there.